Joining us now is a great friend of the show, Alex Stein. Alex, great to see you as always. The piano's there in the background. You're ready to give us a tune, but it's a very sad occasion. Normally you're here to give us a good laugh, but today is just horrific. The events of the death of Charlie Kirk, the assassination. You knew Charlie well. You spent time, more importantly, you spent a lot of time on these university campuses. That's where you go, you speak to people, you entertain and provoke. You're an amazing personality and the work you do. Who can fill Charlie Kirk's shoes, and what was Charlie like as a friend?
Well, first of all, Rowan, nobody can fill Charlie Kirk's shoes. I mean, literally no one, because he had the ability to not only debate with grace and debate respectfully, he had a recall that was unlike anybody else. He was able to quote Bible scripture. He was able to quote, case studies. He literally had the mind of a computer. So nobody's going to be able to go to a college campus and perform and do the same thing that Charlie did. And of course, Charlie was so incredibly gracious, letting me, a crazy, edgy comedian, go and actually represent Turning Point, because that's what Charlie wanted. He wanted to defend the First Amendment more than anything. Freedom of speech was one of the most important things to him. And he was such a great guy. He let me go on these college campuses. He let me act crazy because he knew at the end of the day, the message that I was trying to, proclaim, and the same message that he was trying to proclaim, is that we need to get on these college campuses. We need to have civil discourse and talk things out. And, Charlie said it best: once we stopped talking, they turned to violence. And that's literally what happened. And, the guy was very prophetic in everything he said.
Rita.
He was the happy warrior, wasn't he? He was always so joyful. People would get in his face and just be ugly and scream all sorts of unhinged abuse at him. And he remained calm and polite throughout. Tell me about that, because that, again, is a rare quality, to have someone be vile to you in your face and you don't retaliate. You dismantle their arguments instead of attacking them.
Well, Rita, I mean, you said it best. All of you guys have known me for years now. It's crazy how time flies. And you guys have seen my videos when I go on these college campuses. I provoke them. I get in their face, Yeah. And sadly, if you heard that Alex Stein got shot, people would say, you know what? He had it coming. And I hate that that's the reality, but Charlie never had it coming. Charlie literally never showed anybody one modicum of disrespect, even the people that he disagreed with. He was so respectful. So I don't know. I don't know how he had the ability to keep his cool like that. That's really a characteristic that I'm jealous that I don't have. And Charlie really was just an epic pro when it came to not taking the bait, especially in these debates. He was just the ultra smooth professional. And I think that is why Charlie Kirk was so successful, though, is that his bedside demeanor was that of a future president. And I have no doubt in my mind that if Charlie Kirk was still here, and here in 10 to 20 years, he would be president of the United States.
He was only 31. He achieved so much. I'm 100% with you. I think he would have been president one day. I think it was almost certain. But let's just look at the contrasting styles. Let's have a look at you with Charlie Kirk on a university campus, and here you challenge him about deporting your housemate, I think.
Would you want to kick out my housekeeper? Because we need to protect all big booty Latinas. If you're a 9, you are fine. You get to stay. If you're an 8, we can have an immigration debate. If you're a 6, you can kick bricks. But Charlie, let's protect my housekeeper. Why does Juanita have to go, Charlie?
You said she's legal, right?
She's illegal, yes.
Oh, illegal. Okay,
illegal. Oh, yeah, she's very illegal. No papers.
I'm sorry. They all got to go.
Brilliant. You see, Charlie, Alex, you still got a laugh in there, which is fantastic. James.
But, seriously, though, on this sort of broader question, though, where does the whole, not just the Charlie Kirk movement go, but also in terms of going to campuses and so on? I mean, does the whole complexion of doing what people do, whether it's what Charlie Kirk did or what you do, or conservative speakers in general, is there going to be some reticence now? Is this going to achieve some sort of goal of shutting conservatives out of campuses, with basically, the left saying, look, we can't have you on our campus because it's not safe because we might do something?
James, you're exactly right. And before Charlie, Ben Shapiro became very well known from going on campuses. Stephen Crowder, a lot of other people have had these campus debates. Just Charlie Kirk was the best at it. He had basically mastered it. So you're exactly right. These campuses, I had over 12 schools scheduled, and what they're going to say is they're probably going to say that there is now a safety concern and make us go inside of a classroom. And the problem is, though, James, is the open air debate was the best structure because it allowed people that weren't even interested, didn't even know Charlie or me or on campus, and it encourages them and invites them to get engaged with the debate. And once you're in a classroom locked off from the rest of the university, it just doesn't have the same effect. It doesn't have the town hall, public, it just separates it. So I really hope that they don't shut it down.
But I mean, just on this whole sort of idea of why he was targeted, it's all pretty clear. It's really gelling why this all happened. We suspected from the start. But this notion now that conservatives are shut down, that they're shut off from the broader debate of ideas. Was he targeted, do you think, because he was so successful at these town halls? Was it his success at shifting? We saw the charts of, young male voters in particular shifting, turning red, turning towards Trump over the last 2-3 years even. Was he a victim of his own success?
1000% Charlie was a victim of his success because Charlie had become a supernova juggernaut that could not be stopped. And so people were scared. People were mad. And really, Charlie, you see all these people that are celebrating his death. They're sick, ignorant people. But they didn't even understand what Charlie stood for. Charlie was a moderate guy. He really wanted to bring people together. He didn't want to divide people. And because he was actually good, because his message was actually, based on biblical standards, and he's a guy that actually cared about making the world a better place, that's why they had to take him out, because there's so many other people that go and, including myself, we have skeletons in our closet. There was no skeletons in Charlie Kirk's closet. And because he was so good and because he was so successful, that is why he was victimized in the ultimate way. So you're 100% correct, James.
Alex Stein, it's always great to chat to you. And next time we'll be getting more humour because we don't want you to give up. You keep people laughing. And to me, humour is the greatest weapon of all. Thanks for your thoughts on Charlie Kirk. And keep safe, Alex, but please keep going strong. Great man there, Alex Stein.